Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. I got the twin 70mm SU-27 and this truly is a remaiden. I have changed out the receivers to a 8-channel Spectrum non-stabilized, just telemetry receiver. I think it's the AR60T, but it doesn't have safe. And I've programmed flapperons, tailerons, and I've tied the air brake in with the last stage of the flaps. So, or the flapperons. Let me show you what that looks like. This is my tailerons. They're on all the time. See, that's the elevator by itself, rudder by itself. Take off flaps. And then that's the flapperons. And I still got tailerons for control. And they work in conjunction with the ailerons also. Alright, like I said, it's a remaiden, never flown it like this. I've also removed some foam in the front of the motor to push the battery back some and add a small amount of weight glued into the tail. Alright, we're going to see how that looks. Like I say, I've only flown with tailerons one other time on a little 50mm SU-27, so this is all new to me in a way. I'm hoping I got the rates and everything right, but we shall see. But we're at the wrong end of the field. I need to be flying takeoff down at the other end because of the way the wind is. Yeah. This plane has some of the best gear you'll ever find on an RC plane, as far as the retracts go. Very robust gear. All right. We're going to try our takeoff flaps right off the bat.
Starting the fun over.
All right. Up, down. All right, Lord be with me. Here we go.
Air brake and flaps up. Gear up.
She definitely needs some up elevator.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
A little bit of left aileron. All right, check the CG. Got to hold up a lot of up elevator or pressure on the elevator, but I was able to maintain it. So, not for very long.
Remaining 2 minutes. Gear down.
Alright, takes a while for the gear to come down. Make sure my gear is down. And it is. Sorry.
Air brake and landing flaps. Air brake and flaps up.
I don't like it. Don't like it. Gonna go around.
Air brake and landing flap. 1 minute.
All right. Wow. Woo! Oh,
Brake and flaps up.
oh boy. Oh, yeah. Big, heavy bird. Big, heavy bird. Whew.
30 seconds.
I wish my heart's just a pounding. Whew. All right. We will let this rest for a little bit, and we'll come back with the second flight, see if I can improve upon these landings. But she's a big, heavy bird, and she carries a lot of momentum, and she doesn't have traditional flaps. But I did like the control I had with the flaperons in the stabilators back there. All right, we'll be right back with another flight. Hey folks, second flight with the Twin 70 FMS SU-27 with the Ailerons, flaperons, and everything. Everything's on all the time. Flying at my high rates. Let's go for it. And like I said, this plane flies heavy. So expect a long rollout and plan your approaches accordingly. KM model afterburner in there. See, I can't get right behind you because the umbrella gets in the way. All right.
Take off flaps.
Take off flaps. Here we go.
Brake and flaps up. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Very maneuverable with them Ailerons. Beautiful plane.
E down. Air brake and landing flaps. Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right. What? That was much better. I don't want to keep it on the runway this time.
Flaps up. Take off flaps.
Just got to get used to it. If I want, see, if y'all pay attention to this runway, this whole back quarter or a third of this whole runway down at this end is all at an angle and has a lot of little ramps in it. So if you land down there, you're going to automatically be airborne if you've got any speed at all. So for that reason, that's one of the reasons I don't like landing from down there. But that's the way the wind's going today. You want to take off into the winds. Here we go.
Air brake and flaps gear up.
All right, I got enough juice for one more pass in front of us here.
Down.
Start slowing my roll.
Take off flaps. Air brake and landing flaps. Time remaining 1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh, hit the nose cone. That's my brand new nose cone. Dang it. Man, I wish we had another 50 feet of runway and the ground was level. Crap. Took me 3 weeks to get that one in the mail. And that's $17 a pop, too. Hit that big ant pile. Yep. Yep. Had an antenna and I don't now. Oh well. That's the name of the game.
Secured. Safe to approach.
All right. Got 39 seconds left, but I'm not going to push it for another flight. We're actually going to fly it one more time, and we're going to combine all 3 flights into one video. So stay tuned for the 3rd flight. It'll be a little bit darker, and we'll be able to show the lights off a little bit better. Be right back. All right, 3rd flight. We're going to do this FMS SU-27. We're going to call this triple shot. Three flights in one video. And this is the last flight. I'm running my 6000 HRB. Timer set for 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That's one of the reasons I'm putting them all in the same video, because the flights only last 3 minutes. So that way you can get a good solid 9 minutes plus the flying. Alright, got the KM model afterburner in there. My goal is to land this plane and keep her on the runway. She is such a big plane and carries so much weight, and she does not have reverse thrust, and she does not have traditional flaps per se. So I'm using flapperons, tailerons, mealons, everything. I don't know what mealons are, but hey, we're gonna go with it. All right, here we go. High rates only. I'll take it out. Flip it.
Brake and landing flaps.
Okay.
Time remaining 2 minutes. Off flaps.
All right.
Air brake and landing flaps. Air brake and flaps up. Take off flaps.
All right, here we go.
Air brake and flaps up. Gear up. down. Air brake and landing flaps.
That was a good landing, but man, I wish I had reverse thrust. I got them two twin.
Remaining 1 minute.
All right. She really eats the battery. I'm not going to two up and down. So I'm not going to run the risk of another takeoff because she really sucks the juice down. Good looking plane though.
Prop secured.
All right, let's take it back to bench and talk about all 3 flights. Okay. All right. First off, talk about my setup. I have, that's my elevator, ailerons,
Takeoff flaps.
takeoff,
Air brake and landing
and that's landing flaps. That's all tied together.
brake and flaps.
Okay. Now, talk about the actual plane rates. I don't have AS3X. It's just straight receiver. There is no kind of gyro at all. I wish I had that, but I haven't paid the $130 for that kind of receiver. Ailerons tied with the elevators is 100% throws, 40% expo. Elevator, 110 throws, 30% expo. Rudder, 100% throws, 40% expo. All right, flap system doesn't have any real settings per se. It's just for it to be enclosed, 0%. For takeoff,
Takeoff flaps.
it doesn't do anything. And then for landing, I'm sorry. The flaperon settings are flaps up, 0%.
Takeoff flaps.
Takeoff or negative 50%, no mix.
Air brake
And landing is a negative 100%, no mix. And when I hit the landing stage, that's when the air brake actually comes up. The plane is very heavy and leads and just really carries its momentum. But luckily, FMS in their wisdom put some of the strongest gear you'll ever find as far as what retracts on any RC plane. All right, now let's talk about the gear while we're here. All right, pay attention. I got all kinds of grass and stuff. Great big cheaters to get them to feed them twin 70s. Now here, really pay attention to when it comes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allow yourself a good 6 seconds, 7 seconds for that gear to come down. Now, if you see that speck, that silver thing down there, that's a solid 4 grams, I think it's, yeah, 4 grams lead weight down there that I've added. I've also cut out the foam here to give me about another 1/8 inch of battery going back. I put some wood there to keep the battery from going all the way back, but the battery is actually able to go back a little bit further. Come up front here. Normally, the end of this battery, will be eaten into the bottom of that foam, but because I got the wood that out, it's able to go back just a touch more. The plane actually comes with this very long lead or battery cable. I'm running an AR-8020T Spectrum receiver. This does not have safe. This just straight telemetry receiver. I don't have the telemetry set up. I don't ever mess with telemetry. I know I should, but I don't. KM model afterburner. Now let's talk about CG, and we'll talk about the battery. Okay. Let me leave it in there so that I can check CG. I don't remember the actual numbers. It'll be in the description of the video though. Normally I've been writing it on the plane, but I didn't on this one. You can't really check the CG from below because you got to put your fingers in this wheel well, and it's hard to do. But if you look on the very top of the plane, she's, like I say, she's not heavy, she's not light. You got this hard, got a little triangle right there and one panel line. Find that triangle and bring your finger in about 1/2 inch, and that's where she CG's at right there to give you a landmark. Or look at the end of the air brake and the before this white patch starts, and run your finger straight out, and that's where she CG's. And because she's so big, I have to use my thumbs, and she's still kind of wanting to be slightly nose heavy, but that's okay. I can deal with that. All right, let's talk about battery report. This flight, we still had almost a full minute left, 53 seconds left. I'm gonna have to pull, I can leave the battery in there. Okay. This flight here, I'm talking about this flight here. We had 53 seconds left on a 3 minute 15 second timer, and I got 38%. So second flight, okay, that's if they're going backwards. Second flight, we flew to the time, we still had 30 seconds left on it, and I got 39%. And on the first flight, we actually got all the way to the end of 3 minutes and 15 seconds and got 28%. So really 3 minutes and 15 seconds is as far as you want to push it, because you got them twin 70s just to sucking juice. Okay, a lot of people will mod this and leave a battery here, take out the air brake, put another battery back there, and get 4 or 5 minutes of time. But I don't know. I like John at Two Brothers. They like to take a plane and mod it to make it fly the way the plane actually flies in real life, and and that's fine and dandy. That's his thing. Me, I try to fly the plane as close to stock as I can, but sometimes mods are just simply necessary. Sometimes the manufacturers really miss the mark, and in this particular one, they should have allowed you to put the battery a little further back, and in order to get closer to the CG, and they need to have a little more weight in the tail to get that CG right, because she's still wanting to be a little nose heavy on me. But anyway, they definitely got on the gear. That's some of the best gear. I did remove that guard off there because of our grass, because it would just rip it. First time I tried it, I hit the grass, and the one thing that they need to do, because this plane wouldn't have flaps, what they need to do is give you reverse thrust. They need this in this plane. This plane and I know it's an older plane, but it carries so much weight, that reverse thrust. So if y'all have any suggestions of a simple dual ESC drop-in where I can put in reverse thrust, let me know. And probably have to be a Spectrum deal, that way I don't have to use another channel and I can just program it through the reverse thrust. But there you go, folks. That is the FMS Twin 70 SU-27. Big old honking plane, heavy, but she flies kind of heavy, but she flies great and she's beautiful. I mean, the cool factor is way up there. All right, y'all. Camera Precious, thank you for filming. Thank you, each of your YouTubers watching my channel. God bless each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then big old beautiful jets. Bye-bye.